Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Realm of Ori. In this video, we will continue with Volume 15, Chapter 4, The 8 Gates, Part 3. And before we start, this video contains spoilers from the Tensura Light Novel. And by the way guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get notifications for upcoming videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. A coliseum-like structure stood in front of us, with a man standing in a tight line. It's inconvenient that you're just sending a bunch of soldiers. Since I'm the opposing party, I'd say yes. The man gave out a foul laugh after putting the gun on his back with his right hand. Tell you my name before you die. I'm Sequence 5, and a member of the 4 horsemen who protect the Imperial Emperor, Lord Garcia. You demons, savor the joy of defeating this master, then vanish from this world. Garcia danced the legendary grade gun in his hand, which was infinitely close to the mythic level, after shouting. The gun's power was so strong that even spiritual creatures would be reduced to dust simply by touching it. Aggera crowd, on the other hand, had a bright smile. I'm not interested in your name. What a He has no right to call Benimaru a I'd be so ashamed if I didn't know any better that I'd pass out for 3 days. It's just a bunch of soldiers, you're good for irritating others. Is it true that I have no idea what I'm talking about? Then I'll show you exactly what I'm made of. He had enough mana to rival an awakened demon lord once he reached saint level. Although Aggera and the others have progressed, there is still a significant gap. Garcia took a step forward, his body engulfed in a dense fighting aura. The marble floor paving within the arena had cracked open only from that. Be conscious of what you've done to me, and regret it. Aggera gripped the knife dangling from his waist and adopted the strategy of attentively examining his opponent's posture. If you are hit by a shot, you will almost certainly be gravely hurt, thus you must focus on protective measures. On the other hand, Esprit was using Aggera as a shield, ready for a series of magical strikes. The more Garcia concentrates on Aggera, the more powerful Esprit's spells will become. It's fine to have a relaxed, tranquil appearance as long as fighting is safe. Zonda, on the other hand, has been providing support all the way to the conclusion, not only with his reparative magic but also by supporting Aggera in several vital places. Cowardice. This kind of discourse about a demon seems really powerful, but it can't possibly be our enemy. We have defeated demons like yourself numerous times as the strongest knights in the land. To us, it's nothing more than the same existence as ants. He slammed his gun into the ground while yelling obscenities, and the marble floor was broken into a large pit as a result. Of course, neither Aggera nor Esprit were unhurt in the evasion. Even if he was duped, Aggera would never act on impulse. The fight is only a warm-up act, and you must remember that the greatest is yet to come. Esprit was more thorough, reacting cautiously to the attack and sheltering behind Aggera, determined not to get hurt. Esprit possesses an unique skill, the ability to observe. In fact, you can communicate with each other using this skill even if you are separated by time or space. While there are certain constraints on having to be acquainted, Esprit has no problems because the only creature who needs to use this power is Carrera. Instead, if she happened to learn of this power, it was clear that she would be forced to spy. Only this is something Esprit, who despises her job, must avoid at all costs. As a result, Esprit simply disseminated information to Carrera as normal while providing necessary support. Zonda, incidentally, ran to a safe spot to take refuge after finishing a specific amount of support. He was well aware that he wasn't a combatant, and as a responder, he had to be cautious not to injure himself. That's how Garcia felt, so he assumed Aggera's group was just messing about. There's nothing left to do but be afraid of one's own strength. Is that all there is to it? If you just go around with your head up your ass, you won't be able to beat me. Garcia's mouth was open as he swung his rifle back and forth. This power was also attached to his gun, transforming it into an evil-busting holy weapon capable of purifying all evil spirits and spiritual entities such as demons. Calm down, human, the language is too obscene. As far as I'm concerned, I don't believe that all humans are inferior, but I do believe that there are different types of souls. Remember that no matter what you do, you won't be able to hide it. Garcia was enraged when he was regarded to be nasty by his very nature, since he was going to pretend to be impolite. Rather than recognizing Aggera's provocation, the slowed pace showed his true nature. Garcia's pride was spurred even more by Aggera's refusal to allow his knife out of his sheath, instead continuing to block Garcia's assaults with minimal movement. Esprit, who was watching from a close distance, was astounded by Aggera's strength. Why bother becoming a demon when this guy is plainly so excellent at close quarters combat? Isn't it ridiculous that magic doesn't work? So-and-so is thinking about something that is both a compliment and a disparagement while worrying about the battle. Keep your mouth shut. Allow me to kill you all and present your heads to the Emperor. To say the least, that's a lot of haste. I'm a laid-back kind, but you're a little too impatient. Still not up to Lord Carrera's standards. I'm sad to hear you're so impatient and ignorant. These Aggera's remarks, no doubt, made it through Esprit intact and into Carrera's ears. Esprit had a nasty personality, not revealing Aggera about her own power. I'm anxious? What idiots you are. You haven't noticed the strength difference yet? Is the lavender-haired maiden the owner of you guys? Was it the blonde with the arrogance? That white-haired beauty may be a famous, but she's simply a frog in a well. Garcia muttered this as he swung the rifle around and stabbed Aggera in the back. The explosive diatribe proceeded, smugly as if boasting of victory. Inform the ignorant that the world contains actual monsters. You should be able to comprehend the meaning of my statements after you have a thorough understanding of Lord Velgrin's actual form. In addition, Lieutenant Kondo is a terrifying character. Neither that horde of ogres nor your masters can stand a chance against these few. After all, they're only a swarm of ants who have earned their deaths. It was only after hearing this that Esprit was able to cease providing the information to Carrera, as cutting off the skill in a panic took some effort. It was, however, too late. I just heard something intriguing through Esprit, ha ha ha. What is that? This door's enemy referred to you as a brat. At the bottom of the well, Testa is supposed to be a frog. Are you picturing myself as a frog? Her beauty was occasionally acknowledged, but she was never accused of being corrupted. Being called a frog is a new experience, therefore the uncontrollable rage is raw. By the way, he referred to us as ants. What a joke, it used to be maggots, and now it's ants. It appeared quiet at first glance, but Benimaru was already thinking that he should handle such matters personally. Even in Lord Velgrin's otherworld, the ability to sustain contact is an intriguing one. Esprit's skill was exposed to Sue here, and as a result, Esprit obtained countless contracts from Sue afterward, but that's another story. Carrera went on with her story. They thought we wouldn't be able to defeat Lord Velgrin and that person named Kondo, but they humiliated us and killed us. You won't know if you won or lost unless you do it. Why? Despite the fact that I didn't understand, why refer to me as a cricket? That guy, he's super awesome? Ah ha ha, I'd never forgive him even if it were true. There's no reason to be merciful to him. You can't say that because it's nature and you're a human being. What a shame. I would have made him realize how much he was worth from beginning to end. Tell Aggera to be firm, and we'll discuss the pardon afterwards. Certainly, we must accept responsibility for the offense. Giving a simple death is mercy to them, and dying painlessly is forgiveness. It made a difference in their eyes, despite all the killing. Veyron listened in on the Lord's chat and cursed the guy who was Aggera's and the other's foe. The people in charge of him, the presence of the devil primordials, must not be enraged. The guy, on the other hand, was speaking as though he had a heart-on. Stupid human, hopefully, you will bear the brunt of this mistake. He had no choice but to pray. At the very least, please rule this foolish out as soon as possible. The wrath of multiple grown-ups must be placated. Aggera, please, I have no choice but to rely on you. Veyron could only rue his lack of capacity to do anything here as a great demon, placing his hopes on Aggera, who was a level lower. Can word from our side reach the inside, Carrera? I haven't tried, but I suppose I could. If that's the case, send them a message that they can't keep speaking hurtful things. She forcibly intervened in Esprit's call letter course, thinking it would have been preferable to do so earlier. Can you hear me, Esprit? Hey, Carrera-sama? For this statement, you owe me one. There's more. Carrera giggled out of the corner of her eye. Then there was the enraged command.